So join me as I cook egusi soup using my own method. Please, emphasis on my own method, because you know the aduna to tell person say, oh, is this how you cook your own egusi soup? This is not how they used to cook it in my village, or this is not how my great grandmother taught me. Please, please, please kindly note that everybody have their own different method of cooking food. It doesn't have to be the same everywhere. Meanwhile, did you know that I think a lot of Igbo people do not know that there is something called iru, or let me say they know but they don't use it? Because growing up, I never ever had any idea there was anything called iru. I never saw my mom use iru. I know there is ogri, but not iru. In fact, I had to go pay a visit to someone when I saw her cooking, and I was like, what are you using? She's like, iru. That how come do I not know iru? I'm like, iru, what's iru? It's like, oh, I'm missing that. How come am I cooking food without iru? Blah 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 shit. I was like, oh, okay. So ever since then, I've been trying iru, and trust me, I am not going back, because iru is bomb. So this is me, my heated oil. I added my iru. I fried it for some seconds, some minutes, I can't remember. I added my onion, I might grinded tomato and pepper. And yes, that is what I call miriano. If you're Igbo, you understand what I'm saying. But if you're not Igbo, it means meat stock. Yes. So this is, I added my crayfish. Some of you be like, Igbo people and crayfish. My dear, if you leave me, I can pour the whole of that container inside the soup. I love crayfish. I use crayfish in cooking almost everything. You heard me right. Yes, I added my maggi, and as you can see, the food is going smoothly. So this method of cooking egusi, I learned it of recent. I went to pay a visit to my mother-in-law, and I saw her cooking her egusi like this, and I was like, oh mommy, is this how you cook egusi? She's like, yeah, she has different method, but today she felt like cooking this method. That's the day I went over to their place. And I was like, okay, I'd love to try it. And ever since I tried it, it's been, I like it. If you're wondering what's special about this method, let me tell you. I used to cook my egusi without tomato and pepper. I mean, I don't cook it with blended tomato and pepper. And like I said, growing up, I never saw my mom cook egusi with tomato and pepper. Plus, I used to see her, like, when she pours in her palm oil, she adds onion, and the next thing she's frying the egusi. So I grew up knowing that method, but you know, now I now use a different method, and this method, for some reason, I feel like I like it. Yes, I don't know, maybe it's because of the blended tomato and pepper that makes it kind of like taste so different. But anytime I'm feeling so lazy, I don't go lie for you, I just use my mom's method. The both methods are good, but for some reason, like I said, I prefer this method. I remember very much, sorry. So I added water because the mixed stock was not enough. So sometimes I think some people do not add water if the mixed stock is enough, but mine isn't enough. So I forgot that I had fish. Yes, you see me adding this fish here because I forgot I had fish. I was supposed to add it when I was frying the stew. That's how I cook my egusi. Remember, I mentioned it earlier. But since I remember, like at this point, I had no choice not to dip it into the whole thing and let it cook for some minutes, and that's it. So I enjoy cooking egusi. Egusi is not actually hard to cook. I just feel like I think there are about 3 to 4 methods of cooking egusi so far. My method, this method I just learned of recent. I've seen 2 other methods. So one thing I love about food is you can cook it anyhow you like, as long as it comes out good. It was even of recent I learned that you can actually cook without parboiling your fish. I mean, you just wash your fish, that's like Titus fish, and you throw it into whatever it is you're cooking. Well, as for me, I don't really think I'm very, very okay with that method. Like when I taste fish like that, it makes me want to throw up. But that doesn't necessarily mean that some people don't know how to cook. Like I said, everybody with their own method. So guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm sure you enjoyed watching me cook egusi my own method.